Sometimes we have to be in pain enough to see that that is how we have been operating, and with that operation does not work. And that's okay. That's just the journey that we're on. And it's a beautiful one. When we meet ourselves with deep appreciation and respect, self respect, everything unfolds. Okay. And this is a process, this isn't an overnight thing. Because we have been programmed to listen without, we must do the work to listen within. And here's the truth is that you already know what you need to do. But the thing that is stopping you for actually showing up for the things that you want for yourself is all of this inner conflict from programming, because we're always listening outside of ourselves. And so if we can just remember that there is not a one way path to what you want. Two, what is meant for you will always be for you. And what is not meant for you, you can try to do your best and you will never get it. You can force it and you will just never get it because it's not for you. And there's something greater for you. We are not put on this earth so we can live a mediocre life and so that we can survive, so that we could live paycheck to paycheck. We're not here for that. That is not why we exist. We exist to create. And your creation, your journey is your own. So stop looking outside yourself for answers. Have the deep respect and appreciation for your journey. We're so inundated by all of this information. Like you coming here to see this video, to see if this is enough to validate your experience, that tells you something. That tells you that you're still looking out here. It's so insidious, yet the awareness that we do that so often helps us move into a more expansive space, a space that is innately within us, a space that has always been there. Okay? Sorry, my face is itchy. And the sun's coming up. And if you remember that you cannot fuck it up, whatever that your heart desires is there for a reason, and yours alone. Maybe someone else has the same dream. You see someone else have the same dream. You tell yourself, if that's possible for them, it's possible for me. Of course I can have it, or better. If you give yourself a chance to have the deep appreciation, knowing that it's already coming, lessening the pressure that you have for yourself, the pressure that you put on yourself or that society and your culture puts on for you, some voices that are not your own, when you do the work to integrate all of that, that is where the magic happens. That is where you can be open to receiving all the things that comes that's meant for you. It's only in discerning whether or not you have deep respect for what is. What is, love is. Okay? Love just is. You tap into that resonance, into that frequency more by taking the time. For me in my journey lately, what I've been trying on is integrated movement, i.e., hot girl walks. That's my version for right now. Something that is challenging enough that I tell myself that I am sacrificing my comfort for the strength of serving others. That is enough for me to move. And when I move and I don't read a book, I don't listen to a podcast, I don't do anything but listen to nature, listen to my own footsteps, listen to my own breathing, listen within, not without. If I take an hour every day and give that energy back into the land, the earth, acknowledging that the land sustains us. We might desire a car, but can you have deep appreciation for the car that you have now? We might desire a new home, a bigger home, but can you have the appreciation for the house and the home that you have now? And have deep appreciation for the future home that you're going to get, because you already know that you're going to get it and that you're not going to put any pressure on yourself for doing something out there to make things work. Nothing good ever comes with force. And so I think we're seeing this all more and more now. The old ways of operating just no longer works with this new earth, with this new thing that we're turning, that we're all evolving, transcending to. There's something truthful about deep inner power and force, outside force no longer working. Even though we think that's inside force, we're actually just imposing on ourselves different plans that we take from other people, right? There's a difference when you're like, I'm going to do this because it worked for them. I'm going to do exactly that and it's going to work out for me. And I'm going to push it, push it, push it. It might have worked before, but now there's like this deep, innate knowing that there's another way. This other way is the way that we want to do it, the way that we are inspired to do it. There's a difference between taking on something out of desperation and lack and moving into this organic, non-linear way of being with anew. You just hold that desire and you trust that it is for you. And then you can have the discernment of saying yes and no to the things that is meant for you or not. The next steps you need to take from here, not out here. Sometimes we have to be in pain enough to see that that is how we have been operating, and with that operation does not work, and that's okay. That's just the journey that we're on, and it's a beautiful one. Remember, you have your own journey. Give yourself compassion and deep respect and appreciation for that. And when you do that for yourself, you can also give others space for their own journey and give others grace and more compassion. And there's not going to be a dialogue of a, well, he didn't do this for me and I said this, blah 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 blah, or he said this, she said that. There's not going to be that anymore. There's just going to be utter respect, and it starts with you respecting yourself, your own journey, having deep, deep compassion. And again, this is not an overnight thing. This is breath by breath, intentional, integrated movement. We're working bottom up now. That is just the truth of it. No longer are we operating top down, brain to body. It's bottom up. And this is so true more and more each and every second that passes. So if you're going to keep fighting it, then be my guest and keep fighting it. Or are you going to actually surrender to your innate power and wisdom and join me in integrating and transcending old ways of being into new, something that is creative, nonlinear, abundant, full of love and beauty? Can you see that? That's what you have. That's what we all have. And honor your journey. Have deep appreciation and respect for it. And then everything will fall into place. See you guys on the next video.